Well, I guess it's time for a gear video. I'll leave in like 2 days, and I haven't done a gear video yet, but I haven't really been satisfied with it, so I think I'm ready now. My pack is the Osprey Asia, and it's a 55-liter pack, except I got the size small, so it's a 53-liter, and it appears to hold everything that I need. For about 2.5 years, I decided I would use a garbage sack for my pack liner, but I just got tired of that, so I did go ahead and get an actual pack liner that should last me the entire trip. I do dearly love my Big Agnes Copper Spur UL2, but I went on a shakedown hike back in October, and I had all of the gear that I thought I would really love, and I do love it, except it's just so heavy. So I have decided to leave the Copper Spur at home, and I went with the Z-Pax Duplex, which is a single wall tent, and it uses trekking poles for kind of the framing of it. And a toiletries kit and vitamins and things like that. I'm using the Ursack bear bag instead of trying to throw a rock over a tree. I'm not the most coordinated person in the world, so I think this will be fine. I know last year there were some problems with the Ursack, but I noticed in the videos and in the still pictures that people put up of their ripped up Ursack, there was a little tag here. Mine doesn't have a tag, so I don't know if they changed where they were manufacturing the bag or not, but this is what I'm going to be using, and I will be cold soaking. I do have a clothing bag. It's kind of crumpled. I've been practicing using it as my pillow, and in it I am taking a base layer to sleep in, base layer to wear, the clothes that I'm wearing here, and a couple of pairs of socks so I can trade them out, and then one, of course, to sleep in, and a couple extra pair of underwear, and basically that's it. I also have a Sea to Summit sleep pad, and it's really a hassle to me to have to blow this up, but the worst part about this is it is so noisy. And so I'm a person who likes quiet, except in nature. And so I decided I would not bring this, and instead I got the Nemo switchback. However, until I get over Roan Mountain, I need more than this. It's recommended that we use a 4.0 at least R rating for insulation purposes against the ground and our body between the two. And so this is only a 2.0. and this is a 3.7. So until I get over Roan Mountain, I will be using both of these, and you can stack them. So basically I'll have a 5.7 R value going on, and then I will send this home, and that'll save me about 11 ounces. I also have some matches. And then another weight savings was I had an REI sleeping bag, and so I kind of jumped on a bandwagon, and I got this Enlightened Equipment quilt, and I'm a sleeping bag person, so if I had it to do all over again, I would just use a sleeping bag. I don't like the drafts, and I don't like not having a hood, so I'll have to buy one separately than that, but it does keep me warm, the parts of me that it keeps covered. I do have a Cocoon mummy liner, electronics bag. I will be replacing the bag with something waterproof. And I have just a little pair of flip-flops for showering purposes. Okay, so that's all that's inside. With the Osprey Asia, you don't get hip belt pockets, and I like that idea. And so I bought the Hyperlight fanny pack, and this I can just wear into town instead of having pockets here to put the snacks and other things that I have. and then just leave this like in my hotel room or at the hostel or wherever, and then having to find some place to put what I want to take to town. I just wear this all the time. My snack compartment did get taken over because my weight savings here is going to be taken up by my Canon M50. I take pictures almost every day at our local wildlife refuge almost. It's Dunbar Cave State Park, but there's so much wildlife there, and it's just a joy for me to photograph pictures and then share them. And so this is a big part of why I'm going on the trail, just to be able to share the beauty of nature with my friends and family. Okay, on the outside, I will be carrying a liter of water and the 700 milliliter bottle on the other side. To start off my journey, for water filtration purposes, I do have the CNOC water bag, and I'll be using the Aquamira parts A and B. On my shakedown hike back in October, I used a Sawyer macro, and I bought it like 2 years before and never used it, but it was so highly recommended, I just bought it and put it back until I needed it. Well, I needed it during that trip. It was a 4-day trip, and the night before I decided to Google and make sure I knew how to use it, and I found out that people just didn't like it, and so something happened in those 2 years and I should not have bought that. And I thought, but still, it'll last me 4 days, and it didn't. It only lasted 2.5 days. So luckily, as my backup, I had Aquamira, and so this is what I'm going to start the AT with in a couple of days until I get over Roan Mountain. I know you have to sleep with your Sawyer, and so I don't want to deal with that. So I'm just going to be using these, and then my backup is going to be the Potable Aqua iodine drops. And then I have some extra caps in here. I'll also have a headlamp. I do have a thermometer and hand sanitizer and bear spray. A little one, I guess I had to agree to that. And for my bathroom kit, I do have the Deuce. A lot of people say just use your trekking poles. Don't take the weight of this, but when I have to go to the bathroom, I can't just be pecking around with a trekking pole. I need to dig a hole. And so I'll be using that. And then, you know, toilet paper, of course. Someone suggested to dig your hole the night before, and then when you get up in the morning, you don't have to worry about it. Just take care of business and go about your day. And so I thought that was a really good idea. But then I started thinking about all the trail magic that's going on trail nowadays, and what if someone comes upon my hole and they decide that it must be some weird kind of trail magic? So I'm also going to be taking a sign to let them know it's mine. For my trekking poles, I'll be using the Black Diamond Trail Pro Flick Lock, and I've been using these for maybe 2 years now. I was actually given these trekking poles before I ever thought that I would be using them, and so I'm so grateful for the ladies who kind of got me started with my gear for this trip. And last but not least, I'm still on the fence about this. I did purchase an umbrella from Six Moon Designs. I haven't quite figured out how to attach it to my pack yet, but hopefully I will be taking this for photography purposes, if nothing else. I don't mind getting rained on, but I do mind if my camera gets wet. So that's my gear list. Oh, forgot one thing. I will be taking the AT guide, the whole thing. This is kind of a luxury to me, just having a book in my hand, the whole thing. And so I also do have Far Out on my phone that I'll be using too. Okay, Okay, so I guess I'll see you out there in a few days.